YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the Milwaukee Bucks defeating the Utah Jazz. I thought this was a pretty fun game for the Bucks fans. They showed up at this game and they was ready to rock with the Bucks no matter if they was gonna win or lose. Part of the game of being a fan. And it was good to see the Bucks, as a person that lives in Wisconsin, win a game that they should win, and they did it in dominant fashion. And Dame said we need to dominate these last couple minutes, especially in the third quarter, and they did that because the Bucks got off to a 31-29 start in the first quarter. They ended up losing the second quarter, so they lost the lead ending that quarter because of a 32-26 second quarter. But they really got their groove going, hitting threes, making shots, using Giannis to attack, and that offense just got unlocked and really opened into something very beautiful to see. 31-16 in the third quarter, and then they had a 35-23 quarter in the fourth. And this team always had the pieces to be great offensively, and they have the length, the size, and the mobility to be decent to great defensively like they have been before, because a lot of their pieces are the same. And you just always wonder what happened, what's really going on. Was it Mike Budenholzer being that good of a coach? Or was it just those guys not being as motivated as they were before, and they just not playing well together because of that? Because the only thing that changes is that you lose Drew Holiday to get Damon. You add the same young talent too. Now you got even more young talent. They stepped up tonight as they expected them to, because that's why they put them on this roster. But some people were saying that they need to give other people opportunity, see what they got, and I feel like that makes sense when you're in a funk. And they was able to get out of it, but you just hope that they can continue this, because we already see them winning one game this year, and then they went back on a losing streak. I'm hoping that they get back on a winning streak. The only problem is my Celtics play them November 10th. I will be at that game at Pfizer Forum, and I'm not trying to root against my Celtics. I'm going to pick my Celtics to win that game, even though we don't have Porzingis or Brown. But the Bucks are always going to be respected by me because they have a good organization and they really have done right by Giannis for the most part. And I just want to see how this thing goes for them in the Eastern Conference as they try to get back into their winning ways and get out of below 500 status. But the Jazz, they fall to 1-7. The Bucks improved to 2-6. Laurie Marketing was held to 29 minutes, and he only had 8 points, -9 and plus minus. One personal foul, two turnovers, two steals, four assists, seven rebounds. Two of them was offensive, 2 of 6 from three, 3 of 10 from the field. Williams was 6 points, -22 and plus minus. One personal foul, one turnover, one block, one assist, two rebounds, 2 of 4 from three, 2 of 5 from the field. Walker Kessler, 6 points, -17 and plus minus. Three personal fouls, two turnovers, three blocks. He did have 8 rebounds, and three of those was offensive, 3 of 3 from the field. Colin Sexton has been one of their better players. He started again tonight. 14 points, -22 and plus minus. Three personal fouls, three turnovers, seven assists, two rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from three, 5 of 12 from the field. And George, he's still learning. He's still trying to figure things out. But he didn't shoot the ball well again. 3 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, three rebounds, three assists, two turnovers, three personal fouls, -20 plus minus. John Collins came off the bench again, and he did get in double figures, 11 points, -12 and plus minus, one personal foul, four turnovers. He had one assist, three rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from three, 4 of 7 from the field. It's just good having somebody that can set screens and be a physical force in that paint, which they lack physicality a little bit on this roster. Eubanks, 4 points, -1 and plus minus, two personal fouls, one turnover, two assists, seven rebounds, three of them was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from three, 1 of 3 from the field. Flipowski, 0 points, -2 and plus minus, 0 of 1 from three, 0 of 1 from the field. He didn't really do anything else outside of that because he only played 4 minutes. And number 28, he only played 3 minutes. He was 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from the three-point line. He did make 4 of 4 from the free throw line, so that helped them when they needed it. One rebound, +1 and plus minus, 6 points. Patty Mills, 16 minutes. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, one rebound, two assists, two steals, one turnover, two personal fouls, +4 and plus minus, 5 points. And Jordan Clarkson was able to hit a couple threes in this game to always keep them in conversation or keep them going when they was getting in their funk and could have got blown out even faster, which ended up happening anyway, but he was trying to prevent that from happening. But he was 5 of 11 from the field and 4 of 9 from three. He also had 4 of 4 from the free throw line, four rebounds, two assists, 4 turnovers, -9 and plus minus. He had 18 points. That was the most off the bench for the Utah Jazz. And then Juzang, 12 points, -4 and plus minus. He did have 3 personal fouls, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 and 1 from the free throw line, 3 or 4 from the 3-point line, 4 or 6 from the field. And Collier, 0 points, -2 and plus minus, 1 assist, 0-1 from the field. And the rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision: 33s of 77, 42% from the field, 17 of 41, 41% from 3, 17 of 18, 94% from the free throw line, 39 rebounds, 24 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks, 21 turnovers, 19 personal fouls. And then the Milwaukee Bucks, they had Taurean Prince starting again, 6 points, plus 23 and plus minus, 1 block, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. One was offensive, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 5 from the field. It was kind of a letdown having him in the starting lineup this whole year, and he's still continuing just to fit into the best of his ability. But Giannis and Dame is going to do the bulk of the scoring for the starting lineup, and I think all the guys understand that. Giannis did finish with 31 points, plus 27 plus minus. He did have 5 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, 2, but he did get 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 16 rebounds. 6 of those was offensive, so 30 and 10. He was 9 of 12 from the free throw line, which is good to see, and 11 of 21 from the field. Brook Lopez was 0-2 from 3, which is only field goals, but he did shoot free throws. He was 1-2. He did have 5 rebounds. 1 was offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, plus 19 and plus minus. He only ended up with 1 point because of that free throw, and Dame led everybody in scoring with his 34-point surprise tonight. Plus 27 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls. He did have 4 steals, 2 and 7 assists and 4 rebounds, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 4 of 11 from 3, 12 of 22 from the field. And Jackson was a big highlight for them. He was 1 of 1 from 3, 3 or 4 from the field, 7 points, plus 19 and plus minus. He did get 4 personal fouls, but he had 4 steals, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was taking a lot of gambles and a lot of risk, but it paid off sometimes, and sometimes it helped him get free throws. Bobby Portis, 19 points, which is ridiculous off the bench. He had the high for everybody that came off the bench today. He was plus 2 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls. He did grab 6 boards and 3 offensive out of that. 2 or 3 from the free throw line, 3 or 6 from the 3-point line, 7 or 15 from the field. Beauchamp, 2 points, -1 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 2 rebounds, 0-1 from 3, 1 or 2 from the field. Smith, 0 points, -1 and plus minus. He only played 3 minutes, so he was only 0-1 from 3. That was his only attempts on free throws. Robbins, 0s across the board. He did take 1 free throw and make it, and that was all he did tonight, besides have 2 personal fouls. He was -1 and plus minus. Pat Connaughton played 17 minutes. He missed all his 3-point attempts. That was his only field goal attempts, but he did take 3 free throws that he made and 1 that he missed, so he was 3 or 4. He had 1 assist, 1 turnover, +1 and plus minus 3 points. Gary Trent, 1 or 2 from the field, 1 turnover for him. He also had 2 personal fouls and -14 and plus minus 2 points. He only played 8 minutes coming off the bench tonight, and he didn't really do much. He's been one of the biggest disappointing acquisitions this summer. People thought that he can really give them something that they haven't had, and he hasn't been the guy that has been able to do it for them. Umade, 3 minutes for him. He did make his only field goal, which was a 3. He didn't do much else after that. He was -1 and plus minus 3 points. And Green was really hot tonight. He had shot 6 threes, made 4 of them, gave him 12 points, 2 assists, 2 with 1 steal, 1 turnover, and plus 13 and plus minus. And Rollins for them, 101 from the field. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, plus 12 and plus minus 2 points. And 43 of 84, 51% from the field. 15 of 35, 42% from 3, 22 of 30, 73% from the free throw line. They did have 41 rebounds, 20 assists, 13 steals, which really changed the game for them to be able to get back in it, because they were a team that was trailing when the second half was done, when the second half started. And then they had 3 blocks, 10 turnovers, and 21 personal fouls. And their offense looked like it should in some instances in this game. You still really want to see how they look when they're fully healthy. When Middleton is back, he's going to be rusty. He's going to have to get his lateral quickness back because of the lower body injuries to his ankles. It's going to take some of his quickness, take some of his speed, and it's going to take some time to fill that out before he start making a real impact again. And offensively, can he create the space? Can he score the way that he used to with those ankles being surgically repaired? That's going to be a question when he comes back. And now we look at Dame. He's been able to get 30 multiple times this year, and so has Giannis, and they show that they both can do it. But can they continue to keep other guys involved? Can they hold other guys accountable defensively? That's what they need to do as leaders to get this team on his winning ways for the rest of the season. But this has been a nightmare start for the Milwaukee Bucks, and now the fans are happy that they got a win that they should have got, but they still have to win, and they did that tonight. Now they got to have this same type of approach that they can believe in believe in each other. They can play well together, and they can depend on each other is the main keys for this team to get out of this funk fully. And they're gonna have to win a lot of games in a row just to be taken serious because everybody's iffy on them. We started the season iffy on them. Then they gave us proof that we should be iffy on them. And now it's about what can you really do to sway the people to believe that you can actually become a champion. Because Doc Rivers said we're not really worried about the playoffs. I think it's some truth to that because of the talent that they have in their schedule has some weak points in it in certain months that they can take advantage of. And we want to see if they're going to be contenders though. If you got Dame and Giannis, you have to be championship contenders, not a team that's contending for to make the playoffs and just let everything fall into place. You have to have that confidence. You have to know that you can play well. You got to have that in your teammates too. If you don't have that link between everybody, it becomes a team that's disjointed, and then they always lose because they know continuity is needed for them to be able to respect each other on and off the court. And if that's somehow destroyed or on the verge of destruction, then your team usually breaks apart and goes in their own way. And now you lose more talent, and look at how much it took you to gain it to bake yourself in that conversation for a championship team a couple years ago. They made some moves that made it make sense. Now they're trying to figure that out again this year, and it's tough to do. It's very, very tough to find the pieces that you feel that you need to make this team work. And then you got to see if it actually does. If not, you go a step backwards, which puts you in a situation to where you want to blow it up because you don't feel like you can be able to get back to where you needed to be, which is contending. And that's where the Bucks find themselves at. We good enough on paper to contend. We just don't play well enough together. We don't hold each other accountable enough defensively because their defense still didn't even look good this game, even though they blowed out their opponent because they just couldn't score as well as they needed to. And the Bucks did force them into some tough shots, and the Bucks was able to get hot and was able to be able to score more consistently than the Jazz. But how is that going to work against better teams and deeper teams? And that's the question for the Bucks right now after they picked up their second victory on the season. And I think we're going to have even more questions because they do have Giannis, and with that comes with expectations, and they haven't been meeting them even last year when they made the Dame trade, and they added Doc Rivers, who's a championship coach that we have to give him credit for that because he did figure out how to get one, even though it was a tough role for them back then too, and they was able to figure it out. That's what the Bucks are going through now. Maybe they need his voice for that reason, even if he doesn't make it the whole season, but he just gives them a different learning experience and a different perspective that they might not have had from other coaches to get them for where they need to go to where they need to be. And we'll see. You know, it's all optimistic at this point because of the start that they have had and the fact that they were 17-19 with Doc Rivers, which is a below 500 record. Now, you can still do that and get to the playoffs because the play-in tournament, but if you're not really a threat, what are you really doing? So it does make sense that Giannis felt that way. If I don't do much this year, I might get traded because if we can't really go nowhere with you and we already headed to the bottom, we might have to try to package you to get the best young talent we can get, just speed up our chances of rebuilding or retooling. But I also feel like you 30. It's not like you 35 or 37. We want to keep you for at least 3 more years. And if you get that far, we might just keep you in general, just like Brick Lopez or Middleton, because we probably can't get nobody that want to stay in Wisconsin anyway for the long term. And that's what we're going to need if we're going to have to build something that's worth seeing and doing, as a team for it to make sense. So the grind is part of the game. And you know, some people love it, some people hate it. That's what make players great, because they love it, they enjoy it, and they devote it to that craft. And that's why they make it over other people that just in it for the money or for the quick things that they can get and gather, and not there for the whole experience and trying to get everything that comes with the territory of you being great at it and you putting passion and love into it. And I feel like these guys have players like that on this roster. They just have to figure out how to do it together. And we'll see if they're able to figure it out. Some teams never do. Some teams just do enough. Some teams just get to where they got to go. But some teams don't win titles for that same reason. And that's why I had to bring it up that way, because it still remains true. And we see it with Denver. We're seeing it with Golden State, and we're seeing it in those three different ways, even with the Bucks. And then we're seeing it with the Celtics, who are going through some injury problems, but they still figuring out how to win games. And that's what the Bucks are trying to do, but the Celtics just do it at a higher level because they play more well together and they know what each other games are, and they balance themselves well off of each other. And that's what the Bucks are trying to do now. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, I also do breakdowns of legends, current players, and rookies, and other conversation videos like this. So you like these type of styles of video, this might be the channel for you. Most people that watch these videos or watch this channel will recommend you to be a fan of it and subscribe to it, or follow me on other platforms, which will be in the description. And if you do, thanks for supporting it, whether you clicked it or clicked off, you liked, you shared, or you just enjoyed it and wanted to be part of the family and the brand that is Analysis Playground and Basketball Analysis Podcast. Thanks for any love and any support that you throw this way. And thanks for continuing to watch. You know, I've been having this channel on for over 10 plus years, and guys have still been able to watch it and enjoy it and come back to it and want to be able to see more of it. And that's why I continue to make more videos for that reason. You love watching it. You love what I got to say. I love making it. And that's the win-win, the 50-50 of why the channel is so successful and still successful to this day. But other than that, I will hopefully be back with more analysis. It's really only one more game I got to cover, and that should be out before November 8th. So see you guys there.